Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Arcades Anonymous. I am your host, Nerd Lounge Master 84. Welcome to this Wednesday's meeting. Hope everybody's having a fantastic week. Glad to have everybody here. Got a great show planned for you tonight. Everybody in the chat, look who we've got. Everybody is just rolling in. Good to see you here as well. Alrighty, let me bring in all of my guests and friends. Hope everybody is ready to get going here. Let's roll. Hello, gentlemen. Welcome to the show. How's everybody doing?
What up? Great.
Wonderful.
Doing awesome.
Fast. So we'd like
Wednesday
to welcome
night.
our guest tonight, Big D Retro. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing awesome. It's Wednesday, almost the weekend, and I'm ready to talk about gaming.
Awesome. Welcome to the show. We have a lot of fun playing tonight. Glad that you're here to hang out with us. Stock Jock, what's up, buddy?
Hey, great to be here and looking forward to hearing about Big D. And look what he's got behind him over there, folks.
The most
Over
important
there, the most important cab of all time is right there.
Pac-Man?
Nope.
Actually,
Pac-Man.
that
He's got a
Pac-Man is a multi-cade, actually.
Oh, that's a piece of junk then.
As long as it's a four-way, that's all that matters.
Oh boy! Oh,
But is it a
Yeah,
pixel
forward,
batch?
forward.
Is it a pixel batch? That's all Jay wants.
It's a four-way vertical games, of course, but yeah, it's a four-way. You can play Tempest and Centipede, Trackball, and Spinner on that thing. So,
There you go.
yes.
There you go. Everybody that's coming in from Bill's Retro Raid, thank you for coming in. We love having you here. G.I. Joe, man, what is going on?
Oh, I'm just exploring the idea of living the dream.
Living the dream, man.
Yeah,
I
What
love,
dream is it?
I
What
love
dream
the
is that?
beanie.
I think you need to do it.
The G.I. Joe beanie is on the head, ready to roll.
Yeah. So
Glad that you're here, my friend.
working on trying to live the dream. So life is hopefully going to be good.
All
There
right,
you go.
all right. Multicade Matt, buddy, we missed you last week, right? Last week when we did the
was
list,
last
you
week,
weren't here.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
didn't
we're
make
Glad
the
you're
list.
here today, my friend.
I did. Yeah. Our DNS service. I work for a small ISP in my city, and so I'm a network engineer. So our DNS crashed right before the show, and so even if I wanted to get on, and I sell what I'm drinking what I'm selling. So my ISP is what I service, and so I couldn't have got on anyway. So I had to go to the fix broken things. So it's fine.
Yeah. Well, we're glad you're here, my friend. Glad you could hang out with us this evening. Last but surely not least is Gamer Fridge. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, man?
You've had a lot going on this week. I remember, didn't we do a show together Monday? I think we did.
Yeah, it seems so long
Yeah.
ago, but yeah.
It seemed like it was a million years ago, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a very busy week. I might be bouncing out early today, but I'll stay as long as I can. Got to pay for that mic I talked about. We gotta.
You gotta pay your bills on that. So
Yep.
we're glad everybody's here. Chaotic BPR couldn't be with us tonight. Hopefully, he will catch up with us soon. And our good friend Galaga guy is still on his hiatus. So miss you guys both. Can't wait till y'all can be back on the show. So I'm counting the hours, Galaga guy, wherever you are. I'm counting the hours.
And JJ, I'd say, yeah, definitely worth it. Full Void is one of my favorite games on the Evercade.
There you go. You got
Is
a
that
GI
still
Joe
available?
endorsement.
I think it
There you
is,
go.
isn't it? Brooklyn Menace in the house. Good to see you, my friend.
Brooklyn.
Wanted to shout out to our good friend Marine 50, one of our first members here. I gifted about 20 memberships
Nice.
out, but Marine 50 was the first one to purchase it. So thank you, sir. We will make it worth your while. I promise you. All righty. Well, I'm glad everybody is in the house. I'm not backing out right now.
Blacking
Blacking
out.
out. Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right. Awesome. Uh-oh. Jason Little Alien, thank you as well for becoming a member. We appreciate that.
Yes,
and
we do.
Before we get started, JPixel had his review of the X Arcade. Go check that out. It's probably one of the best reviews
I
out
appreciate it.
there. So, and I haven't even watched it yet. I'm just gloating about it, 'cause, So
A lot of work went into it, but I appreciate it.
I like the
But-
VR, the what you can do with that with VR side. It looks really, really promising.
Yeah, that nobody really focused on that part, so I really wanted to dive deep into
Yeah,
that. So.
I agree.
awesome. Well, I'm gonna go check that out as soon as I get a chance. Might even maybe the thing that helps me go to sleep tonight, because your words just soothe me to sleep.
I appreciate that. I think.
Yeah. There you go. All right, gentlemen.
I am a shill.
Let's get into the. Hey, when they give you free, give you free stuff to review, man, you just go with it, right?
I don't care.
I always miss the shows when we have guests, but I never get to meet the new guests. Pick their brains. Yep.
Mhm.
I think you would have loved to be there, and don't worry, I think we'll get him back on the show another time. So don't worry about that.
Yeah, I'm
my
sure
friend.
you want to pick my brain about that KI. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. All righty. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, my friend. The stage is yours.
Well, I'm Big D Retro. I'm from Michigan. I was talking to Jay, and we're both homies in the sense. We're both from Michigan. I got into restoring games back when the 1-Up started. Got into modding because there were some games I thought I could never own. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to mod some Cades. So I did a KI, which is my first one. And then I did a Defender before 1-Up came out with the Defender. I did a Defender. And then I did a Galaga. And then I did a Star Wars trilogy. A couple of them I sold, but I kept the KI, and I still have the Star Wars trilogy. And I also was doing custom control panels, make them wider, deeper, because there just was not enough room on those 1-Ups. And then eventually I got into full-size restorations when I finally found my full-size Killer Instinct. And after full-size originals, I do nothing but pretty much do original restorations, make them brand new. It's a fun hobby. I'm now getting notice from a few people. I'm actually doing a couple restorations for a couple people right now. I'm doing almost done. I'm doing a Lethal Enforcers.
Nice.
Just waiting for
nice.
graphics. They're on their way. It's going to look gorgeous. And then I'm also doing a Cruising USA.
Awesome.
The seat had some trouble. The back part of the seat was actually melted. It looked like someone leaned it against a hot pipe or something and melted it. Now it looks brand new. I'll try to pull up a couple pictures to the camera and you'll see it looks brand new. He just got the seat back, and now I'm waiting to get the rest of that cab, which is pretty good size. So he's gonna have to bring that to me. So I got 2 projects. And then for myself, I'm doing a cocktail table. I had to modify that, wait for it to get glass. It was actually, even though I don't do 1-Ups anymore, it was actually a 1-Up that I said if I saw one really cheap, I would mod it. And it was sitting around for a while because I was doing other projects for myself and other people. And I had all the components. I modified the control panel because they were just too shallow. And to put like nice hap controllers and everything, I modified it, made it deeper, wider. Added a real coin door, old school arcade coin door to it. Now I just got to get glass and get custom graphics made.
Wow.
And then I have, I'm restoring a original Double Dragon.
No way.
And I have a empty KI cabinet, which is going to be a multi-cage sports fighting cabinet.
Huh.
And then one thing I did a while back, I had an old PlayStation 3. I actually converted into an arcade cabinet. So it's like style joysticks, but it's a PlayStation
there you go.
system. I didn't want to go to waste, so I have my favorite games on there. The outside of it theme, I'm a huge Walking Dead fan, and I got custom graphics. It's all themed Walking Dead on the outside of it. And I do have a couple pinball machines. I have one real one and one virtual pinball machine, which I made my own back glass for. It was basically at games when they first came out with the virtual pinball. I jumped on that, and as soon as I got it, I knew I was going to make a new back glass for it. Want something just like most people, something bigger. Took their monitor, made that the DMD, put a bigger back glass, and it had custom graphics. And the theme I went for was Guardians of the Galaxy theme.
Wow,
for that. And like I said, and I have a real pinball machine, and that's in the living room.
Now, who's your go-to for graphics? You keep saying custom graphics.
So now it's just hobby and what's that?
Who's your go-to for custom graphics?
I didn't catch that. What'd you say? You know what? It really varies. I think when I started getting into the hobby, I started to narrow it down because some guys are really good at one thing and some guys are really good at another. All my marquees, I go to Zabo. In my opinion, I think he's the best. Granted, he takes a little time. He's consistent with taking a little time, but you're going to get great quality.
You know it.
So if I know I need a marquee, I will order way ahead of time. But the colors are bright. No light bleed. The first marquee I ordered from was for my KI because the original K marquee was all cracked and brittle. You touch it and it just crumbled to pieces.
Oh man!
And KI marquee has a lot of black. And my concern was light bleed coming through. So I remember him having like a little video and showing a picture. And I'm like, there's no light bleed coming through that. I'm like, well, give this guy a try. And came out perfect. And I've stuck with him ever since. So for marquees, I go with Zabo. For custom stuff, it varies. I've tried several different people. Another guy that has done a lot of work for me is Excel Arcade. He's actually the one doing the Lethal Enforcers graphics for me. I am his first customer for Lethal Enforcers because I guess he had the original. He had to do all his magic and scan everything. So he's got Lethal Enforcers graphics coming for me. So he's done a few things for me. Great work. Been very pleased.
You said
had
XL
one guy
Arcade?
down. Excuse me?
Did you say XL Arcade?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I found him.
I had one guy from down in Florida do some custom stuff for me for my Star Wars trilogy. And then one other one, not so much. It was sort of just simple stuff. When I was doing the one I was Escape Pod, but I really don't do that anymore because now I'm into more full-size stuff, and I've been happy with Excel. Yep.
Awesome.
But it was trial and error though. It was. Because some guys either would, although I won't mention names, but some places just were, if I needed custom stuff done, I had to resend it back. Or early stages when it come to marquees, too much light bleed. You know, so yeah, it's trial and error.
Yep.
You know, you can't order all your stuff from one person because you'll take forever to get all that stuff. So you do have to sort of expand and find some good guys out there.
Awesome.
Cool.
All right.
Hey, can I say Big D?
Yes.
Nobody cares about any of that stuff. All they care about is that thing right there. That's all they care about. That.
No. That's all he cares about.
That thing right there. That Robotron. That's all they care about is that Robotron.
Oh, Lordy.
Hold on, we're going to
You had to show him the Robotron. Oh, Lord.
So
that's all we all care about.
Whereabouts in Michigan do you live, Big D?
Far away from Stockjack. No. I'm in Michigan. I'm in Michigan, about 45 minutes north of Detroit. So I'm in the suburbs, closer to Auburn Hills. Yeah.
Okay. My family is all from over there, north of Port Huron.
Okay. Yep.
We might have to get together, and you might have to give me a hand on getting some sort of a Robotron built so that we can get it down to Stockjack so he'll shut up about it.
Right. But right now,
I will not shut up about it if it's in here because then I'll talk about it all the time.
I love poking bears, so, why not poke a bear a little bit today? Just a little bit. The Robotron, I was telling these guys before the show started, it was basically just had a monitor in it. That was it. It had no board, nothing. Met people within the community in here, and they really helped me out. And the board inside, it looks brand new. The harness, everything. Robotron marquee is original, which is nice. I wanted to find an original one because I needed one. So I got lucky. There's a guy out in California. He's helped me out with some miscellaneous parts, and he had a Robotron original marquee for me. It's in pretty good shape. It's got a couple little imperfections, but on that, it's great. The graphics around the Robotron, actually, oh God, I forgot the graphic place, but that one was from I'm drawing a blank. I can't think of the name, but did an awesome job on the bezel. I mean, they also did the control panel, the coin door. Looks brand new. Did all the work. I mean, I even made all the labels and nice. So the labels, I got all kinds of labels. They're not on paper. They're on a plastic film that I got. I printed out hundreds of everything. Atari, 25-cent, 50-cent. They're all. I got a whole bunch of them. I polished all these up. Did all the coin doors myself.
It's just beautiful.
Little buttons down below are nice and bright. I found a cool place. I got these bright blue. Regular white bulb, not good enough. Even though the buttons are blue, they're just not bright enough. So I actually got blue LED lights to light that up, and they just pop. Now you can see them.
Wow. And yeah, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful cab.
And but yeah, right, it was a huge bucket list item. So Jack, there you go.
All right.
Yep.
And then you got a Killer Instinct too for Matt. So you're winning here.
Killer Instinct was
The only thing he hasn't said is Congo Bongo. As soon as he says Congo Bongo, we're done. But
he's got a Pac-Man for me.
That's on its way. Didn't I tell you?
What? No. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I really want to hear your list. Okay. I know we talked a little bit about this. You watched the show. You've seen the list.
Yes.
I want to see your 20 list.
Okay. I'm worried about trying to pop it up through you and things getting screwed up and pausing. So I'll try the first one. If it ends up freezing up or something, then I'll just call it the list. So let me see if I can get this to work right. All right.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here.
So bear with me.
Yeah.
And it's cool. Other people in the community have been doing their list lately too, so it's been really cool.
Yeah, you said that Rascal list. And Shotgun Sean, which is in the chat, they were going to do their list, so I'm excited to see what those guys pick up. So, so are you on YouTube? I think I tried to search you, and I think you have a small channel, right?
Me? Yeah, it was something way to go. You are correct. That was something I was trying to start up. And I got really busy doing projects, and I wanted to sort of give my thoughts on gaming and advice if people needed it for modding one-ups and original stuff, because I see a lot of people out there that are trying to do restorations and don't know the proper way to go about doing it. And my background, work a lot with my hands. So a lot of stuff comes natural. All right, let me see if I can... this up.
MG's impressed. We squeezed
mentioned QB, and we'll see if P-Dubs. Qbert, yeah. It's good to see Killer Arcade Games in the chat. Good to see you. Watch the replay, my friend. Hopefully you will.
Okay.
I showed up always chaotic.
So he shows up with that, and if we start saying buy stuff, they show up. So
yeah, hold on. I can make that. Let's see here.
Buy stuff.
Okay. Did anything?
No. I think you're just gonna have to tell us your list, my friend.
Can that pop?
Yep.
I think that's killing your internet. So we'll.
It's dragging your internet, my friend. I would kill it.
All right, I'll just name it off then.
Yep.
I have nice little pictures for them too, so I'll just name it off.
Woo!
There it is.
Okay.
There they are.
Love it.
I love that trick.
All right, Biggie D. Not Biggie D.
All right.
Big D
All right,
Retro.
Big
you
D.
guys can see me? You
No,
guys
no,
can hear
big.
me?
He's
Okay.
the biggest D.
He is the Big D. Yeah, boom. There it
Okay.
is. All right, number
It was
20.
fun. I
What you
spent
got?
time putting a little image together, so you guys wouldn't miss out on it. Okay, number 20, Missile Command.
Okay.
Solid choice.
Solid
Number
choice.
19, Asteroids Deluxe.
Asteroids Deluxe.
Okay.
Number 18, Contra.
Oh, that's the first time we've had a Contra in the
Number
group.
17,
Mm-hmm.
That would be the second time we've had a Contra in the group. Nice to know you pay attention, Todd.
Oh, come on.
number,
Contra was on my
number
list last week.
17,
Okay, Contra was on
number
your list.
17,
I was wrong.
T2.
What was that?
Number
What was it?
17, T2.
T2?
Okay.
Okay.
T2?
Okay.
All right.
Number 16, Smash TV.
Okay.
Solid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 15, Miss Pac-Man.
Okay.
And there's going to be a few games in here that I'm sure I'm probably your first time calling it. So this one, number 14, Narc.
Really?
Wow.
Narc's a good one. Narc's a good
All
one.
right.
Number 13, it was weird because they sort of changed the name kind of thing. You can either call it Soul Edge or Soul Blade.
Okay.
Number 12, Tempest.
Gotta have Tempest.
All right,
Gotta
now
have
hold up.
Tempest.
Before you move further, is that okay, G.I. Joel? Is number 12 an acceptable place for Tempest?
I accept it if it even just makes the list. I mean, it didn't make the original list.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Um,
All right, continue.
Number 11, House of the Dead.
Okay.
Solid.
Mm-hmm.
Number 10, Galaga.
Okay.
Number
We
9,
just heard
Star
you
Wars
got pop
Trilogy.
up. Star Wars Trilogy. All right.
What was 9?
Okay.
Okay, trilogy. Okay.
Number 8, NBA Jam.
Solid.
Number 7, Double Dragon.
Yeah.
First time we have a double dragon.
Let's see.
Thank-
Number 6, WWF WrestleMania.
Ooh.
Nice.
Was that on
Nice.
Chaotic's list? I don't think that was
I
on
think it
Chaotic.
was. I think it was on
Was it?
Chaotic.
I know he had
Okay.
WrestleFest.
He had
Oh,
a good
WrestleFest.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I like WrestleMania.
Okay. All right.
Is that the fighting
no-
one? Is it the fighting
Okay,
one?
now- Now the top 5.
Okay.
Top 5.
Number 5, Tekken 3.
Good choice.
Okay. Like Tekken
Number
3. Yeah.
4. Number 4, Daytona USA.
Okay.
All right.
Number 3, Defender.
Defender.
Defender. Wow. Okay.
Number
All right.
2, Robotron.
Okay.
Oh.
You're okay. All right.
There it
He
is.
was worried. He was panting.
Boy,
He was
I think it's
close to
a
the
little
top.
better off than Tempest. That's all I got to say.
I
And,
didn't hear Congo Bongo, but that's okay. That's all right.
He's got
and
no one yet.
number 1, Killer Instinct, baby.
There you go.
Wow.
One Killer
Wow.
Instinct.
3.
Wow. 3
Killer
times.
Instincts is number
3
1.
Killer Instincts, number 1. Wow.
Wow.
Solid list. Solid list. I have to
Solid,
give
solid
it to him.
list.
All
Yeah.
right.
Thing has way
Yes,
too
you-
many fighters on it.
Didn't even have a Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had. Yeah.
Any reason you didn't want the Street Fighter 2?
No, you know what? It's so funny. Like the Street, it's
Uh-oh.
nothing against the game. The reason is, there was a period where I was sort of like out of the arcade. I was more into like console gaming, and
Yeah.
I was not really aware of the Street Fighters and the Mortal Kombat. And my buddy's like, "Hey, you want to come check out this game called KI?" I go, "What are you talking about?" I saw KI. That was it. So there was a little bit of a gap where I didn't know Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. I saw KI, and that pulled me right back in. And so I became more of a KI fan, Virtual Fighter, and a big Tekken fan.
Tekken's good.
So
Awesome.
nothing against Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. It's just when I got brought back into the gaming, KI took over. So that's why
I've seen a lot of similarities with all you Gen Xers. A lot of similarities.
And that's what was so cool.
It's surprising that they're
We're
still
really
trying
cool.
to sell their KI cabs, given apparently the popularity of KI and how people are placing it as their number one.
Yeah. There's something about it. There's an awesome video of them talking about when them developing that game with Rareware and Nintendo, right?
Matt, you're
I
muted.
forgot the name of it, but it's a really good video. But yeah, there's something about it, just the graphics and the music. As soon as that thing boots up and you hear that music, it's like a time capsule. It takes you right back.
There you go.
It did demand attention in the arcade.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the struggles, if
Yes,
you compare
for
the
sure.
graphics between KI of the 1-up versus the real thing, it looks like it was like Minecraft, like KI. Like it's just once you go full size and you play it, like this is horrible when you go home. Like it doesn't even compare.
All right. Well, I don't think many of us could argue that was a solid list. So thank you
Very
for
solid.
sharing it. Appreciate that. We're still waiting to see other people come out with theirs. I would love to see, challenged Phil out there. PD7, man, we want to hear your 20 list. And some other YouTubers out there. I'd love to see some lists. Killer Arcade Games. We know KI is going to be number one on his list, but love to see what else he wants to add to that.
Yeah.
So.
I will say the list wasn't very impressive until we got to number 2, and you've totally redeemed yourself.
There you go.
Oh, look at that. We boot him out of here. Okay.
Oh, boy.
He got his list in him. Todd boots him. Look at that.
No, nothing to do with it. I assure you, nothing to do with it. There he is. He's back.
Well, his internet held up for his list, so that's
That
good.
internet. That.
Yep.
So we appreciate that, my friend.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yep. That was a good
Was there
list.
any game on that list that sort of caught you off guard?
I mean,
Any
I would
game you're
count
surprised at?
Soul Blade was a different one.
and also
Yeah.
Narc,
Yeah.
which made Eugene Jarvis famous, right? But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting you went with Double Dragon, not Double Dragon 2.
Yeah, that cabinet is hard to find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very unique shaped cabinet too, that Narc.
All right, MG. We're not gonna do the list every week for the rest of the year. It's just a hot topic right now, my friend.
Yes,
Get
we are,
people to
MG.
think.
Every day, every week, we're having a list, and you're on it.
Now he's
It's
gonna be
funny when
happy
we were
with our
talking about
top
KI
five
and
list, right?
graphics. When I did my when we did the KI,
Yes, sir.
I did a KI mob before 1-up came up with theirs, and so I came up with a bezel graphic, and I had them custom make it for me, and now that graphic place now sells it on their website. It's crazy.
Really?
So
Oh.
yeah, so I found because I wanted to try to find something that had the original character images. It was very difficult to find, and I found it, and I said, "Hey, can you sort of do this for me?" And they're like, "Yeah, we can do it for you."
Uh-huh.
And then later on, I looked, and now they sell it on their website. I'm like, "Do I get any royalties?" So
You should get royalties.
this
Yeah.
was, I don't know if you can see it. So this right here, I don't know if you can see because of the glare, but I put all the old school characters on the border
Look at that.
all the way around it, right? And then I had them put all the old school ones, and now they sell it. So this is actually the first print. I kept it, and then a guy that got me started into the KI stuff, because he helped me out, I actually sent him one of those for free, and I made him a custom control board panel, wider and deeper, for him to play his custom KI mod, just as a thank you for helping me out. He really helped me out to get started in this hobby. So kudos to him.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into the meat of the show tonight. We were going to talk about something that was brought up during our last show, which was now that we've done our top 20 list, we want to go and do what we would like to see them bring back in 2025, kind of modernize those games that we'd like them to revisit. So I asked all the panelists here to do that. I know, Big D, I didn't ask you to do it. If you want to kind of think about it and throw me out a list here, you can in a minute. But we're going to go through the guys on the panel here and do their list. And then if you'd like to add or subtract. So, all right.
Sure. Yep.
Let's see here what we got. Never
Why do
works.
you have
how you want it
Genie
to
at the
work.
bottom of the screen?
It's trying to see if Michael B. will come in.
Oh,
Yeah, if you say his name 3 times, he'll
Three
show
times.
up. Yeah.
Yep.
It'd be
You
funny.
don't you have to rub the genie bottle or something
I
like
gotta
that?
rub the tummy.
Yeah, it's another list for MG.
Another list for MG. All right, so let's see here. I'll share it here. He's like, "Oh no, come on!" So is it popping up for you, and I just can't see it?
There we
it
go.
is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There we go. All right, so the top 5 lists here. We're going to start with Matt. So Matt, you're on the chopping block. All right.
All right. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
All right, so your list here, and I don't know if you wanted to label this 1 through 5, or you just kind of put this together. So I just kind of copied and paste. So what is this starting down or starting up, or
It wasn't in a specific order.
okay,
so-
just your 5 here. So you want us to revisit Star Wars trilogy?
Yep. If they would polish it, make it better and newer, like it's a beautiful game, right? It's
Mhm.
but it would be nice if
Refresh
they,
it with
yeah,
graphics, add a
Yes,
little
sir.
bit more to it. Yeah.
Yep. That one's just
All right.
easy. The controls are it's unique. Guitar Hero, they should spin it back up, have better graphics and new songs versus just doing like I know everybody's like you just use Clone Hero, but just like licensed games that you can buy songs with newer graphics to be fantastic. Golden Axe, which is behind me.
Yeah.
And so just it's one of my favorite games of all time, just based on the laundromat I was raised as a child. And it would be cool for like Paperboy, like it's once again it's a unique controls with just bicycle graphics, right? So, and then you got to throw in ABP for the man. So yeah, because it never got a port to any system, so it was stuck in the arcade, and so it'd be cool for it to get a revamp, similar like Shredder's Revenge or Insert, whatever, something newer.
Right.
And then for a driver, it'd just be nice. Everybody's leaning towards for driving simulators right now, and it'd just be nice to have a fun arcade based, like driving game like Daytona. Like
Okay.
So that's my list.
With modern cars, or
Yes, sir. Or
yeah.
even like updated cars, like a fun version of like NASCAR, right?
All right. Anybody want to challenge Mr. Matt's list? I think it's solid. I think you covered a lot of different genres of games there, but
Definitely did. Yeah.
I think
Mhm.
I would love to see all of these, either remastered, or brought back with better graphics, better controls, just updates to songs or updates to cars or things like that. So
Yes, sir.
I think
I
it's
thought
awesome
your
list. Matt.
Paperboy one is probably, I find the most interesting one on there because it's
Yeah, I'd love to see their take on that. That would be
yeah,
interesting.
I would like
Yeah.
to see like that would be really cool to see that.
Yeah,
I think there's a Switch game available called NASCAR Arcade.
really.
I think so. Might be something to check out, Matt.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I will.
I don't. I may, if I recall, it may not have steering wheel support or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the wonkiness. Like they'll make like a Switch or even Xbox is notorious for. They'll have driving games that are arcade or family friendly, but they're not wheel supported. Like who in the
Yeah,
world thought of
it's
this?
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't do a racing game without having a wheel support. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Especially if you throw the name arcade on it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, Big D, what do you think?
About the list or just in
Yeah,
general?
what-
Star Wars trilogy, you can't go wrong with the whole theme.
Yeah.
You just can't go wrong with it. I know granted, the Star Wars Battle Pod, that sort of update, but I'd rather want something that's more open and not so much like in that bubble.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It is difficult to play, and it's just, if you're not used to it, it's really weird. But you can't go wrong with that theme. Guitar Hero. I love music. Never really played it, but you can't go wrong with Guitar Hero. It'd be nice if maybe they can improve the sound system, like make it feel like you're there.
Guitar Hero's been out for what, 10, 15 years? Is that right? I mean, there's a lot more new songs we could be adding, in the last 5 years alone, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Golden Axe. I do remember the game. You could just have a guy from Thor play the new role, put his face on that game.
there you go.
Chris Hemsworth, how's that? Right? Put his face on that game and run with it. Next thing you know, girls are playing the damn game. Paperboy. I never got into Paperboy, so I won't give any input on that. Alien vs Predator. Huge Alien fan. It would be nice if you could sort of make that where instead of like 1-on-1, you had like 4 people playing and like 2-on-2, and just make it more chaotic. I love chaos. I love chaos.
There you go.
And Daytona USA. It'd be nice if could make it more of a VR game.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that as well.
Daytona USA.
Yep. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Have every track on the list.
Yeah, there you go.
What's that?
All right. Yeah, I like MGs here. Update Paperboy to an e-bike. And people not delivering papers because they're lazy. It's funny.
It's gotta be like Grubhub or something.
All right, next one on the list I think is Stock Jock. Yep, here we go.
All right,
Stock Jock. So you got Battle Zone.
I would like to see, I'd like to see a more modern version of that. Let's update the vector graphics in it to something maybe a little bit more realistic, and just get inside that. I want to say it's a periscope inside. How you get inside that viewing area, and let me shoot at stuff that's more realistic. It to me was just I love Battlezone, and I just think that if we could get it more modernized, it'd be a really, really cool game in an arcade. Mm-hmm. And then Tron, I took just part. Tron's got those 3 games in it. Well, what part of it's a light cycle? I would like to see something like you would actually sit on the light cycle, okay, and have a pretty big screen in front of you, and you going against other guys.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. And then Zaxxon, I was trying to think of something kind of new with Zaxxon, where Zaxxon's kind of like that side view, when you're flying that thing. And I thought maybe if we could get like a more modern version of it, where you could either be a first person going through all those kind of 3D looking stuff, or even as the back behind the plane flying through. I thought it'd be really cool. And then I chose Sinistar because Sinistar, it's such a chaotic game, and it's there's just so much going on in that game at once, and it was one of the first games that came out with voice in it.
Yep, and it was scary.
And it was, and if you didn't get enough crystals or anything like that, and you had that the Sinistar actually talking to you, that to me would be a really cool game if they could. If it get really modernized, is updated, and Robotron 24. And not saying this, the only reason is if they could do remember what Eugene, I know if Eugene Jarvis could do what he said in that stream where they were talking about games he would like to do, that to me would be the ultimate, where he can make a Robotron where 9 people could get in and play it at once.
Yes, sir.
And
Wow.
and so that to me was a no-brainer for number 1.
I can't
Thank you,
say anything
Jason.
bad about this list. Anybody else want to?
Yeah, the cool thing about
I'm not
CineStar was
surprised he picked Robotron as number 1.
yeah, exactly.
I agree, and I would probably get it first before he would, just so I could say I got it before you.
You were saying, Matt?
And so, like, I'm surprised, like, 1UP hasn't done a CineStar, right? Because the same controls, like the joystick for Blitz, would work on CineStar because it has to have with the 100
Yeah.
round thing. Yeah, so it would work perfectly.
Yeah, but if you said CineStar to an executive at Costco, would he know what CineStar is? That's the problem that they're always fighting. Arcade 1UP is
I don't know what CineStar is, so
you really we need to take this boy to the arcade and let him play some CineStar.
That battle zone that he listed there. First thing I thought of, it'd be cool if they made that game where, how there's some similar to games where you are inside the fighter as a fighter pilot.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if they had that same, but you're in a tank. You see everything surrounded you, but you're in a tank. Now that would
exactly
be
that would be exactly what I would envision. Would be like you're inside the tank, like even inside the turret, and maybe if you could have it more like a two-person game, you actually have a driver, and then you have the gunner, and it'd be
I'll call Brad Pitt and he can be your partner.
Okay. Yep. We'll have a little fury going there, huh?
Yep. Yep.
All right. So let's move on to the next guy, which is our good friend G.I. Joel. I've got your list on 2 slides, sir. So let's see what we got here. So first one is Shredder's Revenge. And I think you've talked about this before. You really love this game. You want to put this on an arcade cabinet.
Yeah, so my list was a little bit different.
Okay.
It wasn't necessarily games I wanted to see modernized, but there are a few on there, I think, that fall into that category.
Yeah.
But this was my 20 list of if I were to open a new modern retro arcade, these are the cabinets that I would want in that arcade. Or built in order to have the most fun and enjoyable experience. So,
all righty. Super Spec Rallycross, that's a good one.
Yeah, I thought that was a good replacement for off-road.
Yeah.
Kind of a good substitute. So, like a Shredder's Revenge cab, I think brings a lot of modern updates, but keeps the nostalgia of your Turtles beat 'em ups and stuff. So this would be an arcade that Dad could walk into and his kids could all have a good time with him as well, and not be standing there bored while he's having a good time playing on all these nostalgia old cabinets that are soaked in rat pee and and dust and things like that. But it would also be like a modern arcade that you're not just trying to see how many tickets you can get in order to cash in on the most expensive cheap ass prize that they have available at the window when you go to leave. So I think most of the modern arcades, it seems like they're all just like token pushers and
redemption,
ticket redemption. None of the games are very fun and enjoyable. You walk around and it's like, all right, which game is going to give me the most tickets and be the easiest to win and get a payout, because you want to get that like 4 billion tickets so you can cash in on that $4 mega prize in the window. So by
the way, Joel's redemption area will be you can win a full-size riser, a countercade riser, a partycade riser, That'd be his redemption center.
Yeah. No redemption. It'd just be walk in and play these awesome games that bring back a little bit of nostalgia for Dad, but they're modern, updated graphics but keep the same spirit of the gameplay. So Tempest 4000, I got an asterisk on there. That would have to be updated so that you could use it with a spinner, obviously, and have that experience of playing it with the spinner, because Tempest 4000 you can't play with a spinner. You have to use a Xbox controller. Same thing with the asterisk for Super Spec Rallycross. I think it needs to be like 360-degree spinner steering wheels.
Yeah.
My sports game would be Newton League football. I think that was a huge miss for iArcade not to be able to get that on the iArcade, and I think that's just a fun game.
Yeah.
Centipede Recharged, as long as it had trackball support. Load Runner Legacy. Wii Punch Out, so an updated, it's kind of, Punch Out updated, and I thought they did a good job with it on the Wii. Maybe it has like 2 hand controllers that you actually hold on to, and has motion sensors so that you box with them on the screen like you do with the Wii. Galaxy Champions TV. So I felt like, that's kind of your Smash TV, Robotron modernized.
Oh.
I think that one's a fun game.
Yeah.
Injustice 2, that's my fighter, because who doesn't want to have street or superheroes and Ninja Turtles to be able to fight? The Pac-Man Mega Tunnel Battles, I think that one would be a fun arcade game, that the new Pac-Man that they released. That I think it'd be cool if it had like online Wi-Fi support, so you could play against other people from all across different arcades and stuff, so you could battle with people.
All right.
Mr. Run and Jump, which is Atari modernized game.
Awesome.
And then Donkey Kong. I think that one's got 2 asterisks, because that would be one that has not seen a modern variation of it.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
So Donkey Kong Country is not Donkey Kong.
It is not.
I think
Nope.
the closest thing that we kind of have is like Mario versus Donkey Kong. But it's
There
still
is
not.
a Game
And
Boy.
I don't think I would want it to have like the 3-dimensional graphics pasted on the 2D world like most Nintendo games are. I think it would be kind of cool to have kind of even though a lot of people hate it now and feel it's overdone, but the Atari, recharged graphics and stuff like that kind of neon, crisp, simplistic art, but maybe it, brings in some of the Mario versus Donkey Kong gameplay and stuff, the complexity that's in there of the levels and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Then some of the recharged games in cabinet form: Missile Command, Asteroids, Lunar Lander. Dig Dug, I think, is another one that we're missing a modernized version of.
I agree.
Even, there's a couple copies or clones of it. What is that Murtop or whatever that's on the Evercade right now? It's a pretty good game, and with a little bit of twist to it, but I don't think it's completely modernized version of Dig Dug that it could be. Whiskey Squadron Survivor, that's one to check out on Steam. That has early access download, but it's kind of a shooter, shoot 'em up, Galaga type modern, pretty cool game. So I think that would be a fun game to have in an arcade in a modern form. Some sort of ultimate Guitar Hero. So like all the playlists and, and updated. Smash Brothers cabinet might be cool. And then Mario Kart Racers. I mean, they already exist, but they're a lot of fun in an arcade. One of the few things that actually is kind of fun
maybe
in
we'll
there.
get a 9 when the Switch 2 comes out, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's my list that I put together, is what would my ultimate modern retro arcade be if I started it up with 20 cabs.
I love all your choices. There's not one on this list that I would throw out. I think it's a great list. And yeah, I think like the Dig Dug and the Donkey Kong, I think definitely need to be revisited. They're just great IPs that really need some love. So,
and you bring up a good point too, Joel, about that would be a great arcade to bring your kids to as well.
Yeah,
because there'd be something for adults and for the kids.
So I was trying to get a mixture of that nostalgic feel and the variation and of what made some of the games unique and stuff of the arcades of old, but something that was more modernized, that wasn't just black vector screens and stuff like that.
Right.
That would hold the interest of today's Minecraft gamers.
There you go. Any other thoughts on Joel's list? Nope. Thank you, sir.
Sorry, MG. There was miscommunications in what the lists were.
Matt, I think you're muted again, Matt.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Oh,
no, I looked up with that Whiskey Squadron Survivor. It looks dope. So yeah, the whole
doesn't it?
Yeah, the color scheme and the whole just what is it? I think it was called like a Wipeout or something, where it's similar to that, right? So yeah, it looks amazing.
Oh yeah, Wipeout's awesome.
Yeah.
I'll try to pull it up for that, or we can show some.
On the Donkey Kong one, I think there was I can't find it, but there's a Game Boy version that they took a little more modern take on Donkey Kong, and it kind of churns into like a 3D game almost, and it kind of goes back to the original.
Yes, sir.
See, I don't know if I would want them to change Donkey Kong that. I mean, I would want them.
No, it wasn't 3D. It was still the same platform, but they had like different levels. It wasn't the whole thing, but it started off like the original game, and then it kind of like pivoted a little bit, but it wasn't too like drastic, and it was on a Game Boy, so it wasn't like it could do something crazy.
There you go, Whiskey Squadron Survivor. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, if you have a Steam, check this out. I think this is interesting.
Whisker Squadron. Oh, that looks cool.
Oh yeah.
Is it a lot of money on Steam, or is it
it's fairly cheap? I think that's like an early access version that's on there right now. I don't think it's completely
MD
finished.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for sharing. I love it. Early access. Yeah. Okay.
$20.
Okay. Oh, Siri thought I was talking to him. All right. Awesome. Any thoughts, Big D? Anything you want to say?
So listen to you guys give your list, got my chance to think a little bit. One of them that was on the last list was Missile Command, and I thought the way Google Earth and GPS is, it'd be cool if you could pick your city or area you live in, and you're at the bottom and you're being surrounded where you live, and you're defending missiles coming from above. You're looking up, but you know your area. With GPS and Google Earth, that would be really cool.
Huh.
Wow. Yeah.
It's
crazy, right?
Thought. Yeah.
And then another game. It was a vector game. I liked it. It was very simple. I liked Star Castle.
Mm-hmm.
I was a fan of Star Castle. Real simple game, but when you were popping up that Whisker Squadron, I was picturing Star Castle where the walls are coming towards you and they're growing this way, and you're wrapping yourself around that circle in this fashion. But you're going up and down, but everything's coming at you, and you're trying to break that wall. That would be a new way of playing that game instead of just being on top and going around. Another one would be Gauntlet, like the first Gauntlet, would be nice if they could redo that one.
Yeah.
That one was a fun game.
And then Zookeeper.
Oh,
I think they had that coming at you, and cages are opening up instead of brick walls or cages, and shit's coming out and chasing your ass, and you're looking behind you, and stuff's coming at you or towards you. That'd give a whole new aspect of Zookeeper.
Yeah, Michael B. loves Zookeeper.
Yeah.
And then was there one more? Where'd it go? Oh, Hydro Thunder.
Oop, there you go.
Yeah, I think they can do a lot with Hydro Thunder.
Well, there is a spiritual successor called H2 something. I forgot.
Yeah,
it was on my list. It was on my list.
All right, well, all right, let's go. This is mine real quick. So I would love. I know that there's been some other Tron, like, ports and stuff like that, but I would love to see something, just kind of like what Stock Jock was saying with the light cycles, but just a reimagined or recharged version of Tron. You know what I mean? Just something that just bring it into 2025 and really just make it stick out. Just imagine a 2025 Tron looking cab. What extremes you could do with that. To make it look nice. It just was one of the first things that popped into my mind. And then I would love to see something, and I know Frogger has come out with multiple games as well, but I would like to see a Frogger that, would just be modernized, but still have that kind of like vertical screen. I don't know, more obstacles, more things to like really get you like involved.
It's called Crossy Road.
Crossy Road. Frogger for VR. There you go. You want to be the frog. There you go. And then I was thinking Burger Time as well. 2025 version of that. Yet again, something kind of like on the cusp of like Donut Dodo. Something that has the still the kind of the factor of the older game, but still has some modern things to it. Star Wars we've already talked about as well.
Yes, sir.
And then of course Donkey Kong Recharged, and like I said, something that would just like not take it away from its original form, but bring some aspects into it. So pretty simple list on my end, but I think I hit the ones that most people tend to think about that hasn't really had a successor or something to that effect. So thoughts or feelings? I know MG probably doesn't like it, so
he doesn't like anything. So
he doesn't like anything. Discitron, 40 years overdue. Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah. So Joe Cade in the house. Good to see you, my friend.
So Joe.
Marine 50 called instead of burger, it's Big Mac time.
Big Mac time. There you go. Yeah. There you go. All righty.
Yeah, that'd be funny if you doing Whoppers or something, Wendy's. No.
MG's upset because we're wasting all this time. We're not talking about Wonderland Amusement.
Pinball,
yeah, the playfield, and we're not talking about Media 1-Up's Street Fighter cabs. There needs to be more coverage of that.
Yeah. I think there's 2 streams going on right now that got you covered.
Yeah, we don't cover the news. We talk about everything else that we could possibly
we make the news.
There you go. There you go. All right, last but surely not least is Jay's list. And are you ready?
All right, take a deep breath, everybody. Here we go.
I'm ready for it. Come on, get into this.
All right, there we go. Here we go. All right, what you got here, man?
Oh,
I like it.
So my first one would be, these are in no particular order. I just kind of randomly thought them. I thought it'd be cool to have a Twisted Metal like cabinet that people fought against each other and maybe it shook and stuff like that. So you had a more like interactive, it'd be cool to like a LAN party Twisted Metal version of that. Afterburner, I'm thinking Afterburner. I don't. We have this thing called an Air Zoo that's like not really close to me, but I've been to. It has a simulator that can go upside down this way and upside down this way I would love to have some kind of simulator version of Afterburner where you fight people.
Man,
I thought that would be just blow my mind, because when I got in the thing, I'm like, this would be cool to play just like shooting people and stuff. And so that was my thought for the Afterburner one. I think that would be really popular. SS Tricky, that's the best version of SSX for me. And I thought it'd be cool to have maybe like you've seen those snowboarding one or the skiing ones,
yeah,
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Duck Hunt, I played a version in MetaQuest that was Duck Hunt in VR. And it was 3D. It blew my mind how cool it was. I thought that would be cool. That would make a really cool. You see VR arcade ones, and I put Sugar Rush because I still want to see a version of Sugar Rush of that game in arcade. I thought that would be really cool to actually have like it looking like the actual car from there. And then actually, because they made Fix It Felix Jr., which is a Donkey Kong clone.
It's native on the game.
And I love that game. I love what they did. They actually made that for the movie, and that you can buy them. They're real cabs. I was just love to see a Sugar Rush too. So
I like it.
That was my picks.
Well,
proud of you, Jay. Good picks.
A bit, so I have to give it to you, Jay. I think you redeemed yourself from last week.
I appreciate it.
Oh,
we'll see if MG feels the same way, but
Hey, Hockey Town said he's not too far from Airzo. Yeah, it's a cool place if you want to check it out.
There you go. All right, gentlemen. Well, that is all list-wise I have this wonderful Wednesday. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
Did you guys see the playfield for Wonderland Amusement?
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, I know.
I think it's going to take out Stern.
Hey, Jay, I know since we're both in Michigan, there's a big pinball museum in Ann Arbor, right?
I do not.
So there's a huge pinball museum. I looked it up. They have over 500 pinball machines, but because where they're located in the building that they are in, they are not open to the public every day. They're only open a few times a year. What? So they have a website, and I think the first opening is in May for the weekend. Over 500 pinball machines. It's a pinball museum in Ann Arbor. So
that's crazy.
If anybody's near there or in Michigan, look it up. It's on my list. Yep.
Well, we went to the Pinball Expo, and the guy who runs that, he like ships his pinballs down there. So it's really, and he had the whole room of like his collection,
his personal collection, yeah,
his personal collection that was there. So it was crazy.
Yeah.
How many machines do you think were in there?
Probably 100.
100. I don't know. I don't know. If, you want to say
150?
Yeah, at least, if not
it was
more.
At least 100. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was quite the collection, and that was his personal collection. I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's a fun hobby, expensive hobby.
He ships all those there.
Yeah.
Those aren't just always in that hotel.
No.
Crazy.
I think he said he had them in a warehouse close by, though. Some of them.
Yeah, because he was in Chicago.
Yeah, he had some in Chicago because he lives in the east side of. I want to say he lives like New York or something.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So he keeps some of them there, and he ships some of them from New York.
Yes, sir.
I forget. He said some of them don't travel well.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a Tron.
Motion sickness.
Tron pinball. I haven't seen. He said those are hard to transport because the neon lights on them.
Yeah. I can't imagine a Tron pinball breaking. God, that's got to be.
No. Yeah. I got a quick question. I've got this retro Tink Mini.
Yeah.
Which you can finally get because they've been out of stock for so long. And I've got a Intellivision, which is only one output on it, right? It's not like the old ones where it's got not like a was it the NES and all that stuff where they have 3 outputs?
Yeah, RCA. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right, the RCA outputs. This only has 1. Will this work on that? Does anybody know if this will work on that? If I just use the 1 output? Because how would you? I'm just wondering how the sound would come out of this thing. It wouldn't, would it? Does anybody know? Anybody in the chat know?
No.
Question for the day.
I don't.
Yeah.
Because if you had an old TV, you would hook that up. You would hook that up. Go ahead.
I think that's a question for MG.
I thought they got converted to coax. Yeah, MG.
Well, yeah, that's what you're right. You would use the you get that old coax converter and put it in, but no TVs come with that anymore. Yeah. They just my TV only has is HDMI, inputs on it. So I thought I'd get this retro tank to try it, and now I'm thinking it's maybe not going to work. So MG, I need your help, man.
For that, you may have to get an adapter that takes it from the 3 component to a coaxial of some type, which I don't know how that would work.
Well, but you can't do a coax because there's no coax to this and there's no coax in the TV.
I think I ran into that with the Master System, but they also had a different port that I had to buy an adapter that did that. So
there's the inputs, MG, and of course it outputs to an HDMI. Okay.
Probably have to go that to coax to RCA. So you want to do like a coax to RCA.
Component is HDMI with audio. Okay. Well, there you go. RC to an HDMI adapter.
But it's not RCA.
Well, it's not. I think everybody's missing the point in here, and that is this is it. Here's the RCA inputs. Okay. Can everybody see that there? That's the inputs. And it outputs to here. All right, it outputs to this. This is HDMI, which
old
goes
VCR?
up to the TV. No.
Because
have you tried all 3 ports? Have you just plugged it in and tried it?
I haven't even tried it yet. I was just wondering if
you want to get audio though.
Yeah, it would just be the yellow. At least he would get some sort of video output.
I would get video, but I wouldn't get any audio.
Yeah.
So.
Was it component? What is it called? It's composite? No, that's something different. No, it actually had to go to an RCA. That's like an RCA, and then from RCA you'd be able to split that off. I know there's converters from coax. We'll
figure it out, Jock.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. I just thought I'd have to chat because I knew that people are a lot smarter than most of us in here, except for Matt, of course, who builds fusion reactors in his garage.
Just stick to the Robotron questions.
Yeah, I know.
Oh man. So Big D, do you have any projects coming up? I know you mentioned a little bit before you when you were doing your thing, but you got any big projects coming up soon?
Like I said, the next personal restoration is going to be that Double Dragon. That was the one I put a ton of quarters in back in the day. And I just can't wait to get that thing up and running. Someone had it, and they tried to do their own restoration work on it. And it was okay, but I'm going to make it a little bit sweeter. Not as sweet as Robotron. I'm kidding. It'll be just as nice as Robotron. It'll be just as nice as Robotron.
It can't be.
But,
I'm sorry, it can't be.
I'm interested to get that one started. I'm just trying to finish up this Lethal Enforcers. If you guys have me back on again, I'll be glad to show you before and after photo of the Lethal Enforcers. And I also, any stuff I've done in the past, there's different groups in Facebook. One of the, Arcade Restoration group. Every project I've done, I posted stuff before and after photos on that on Facebook. So just go through the past and see some things I got. So I'm getting a nice portfolio. Personally, games I may want, not too much more on my bucket list, but I'm sort of limited on space.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, that's why some of the games I have to get multi-cades because I can't get every game that I want because of space. So that's where I think everybody's at. But I think it's the point where I just get a couple more for my own personal collection. And then after that, I'm just going to do restoration for people, either if they have one already and they want to look brand new again, or if they're on a search and need help finding one and it's in my area, I can find it, restore it for them. I enjoy it, and if I can, make a little profit, I'm not gonna get rich on it, but I enjoy it so much.
Right.
It's fun. It's fun. This, anything restoration, bringing back huge nostalgia. Anybody that comes over and they see what I got, they just lose their mind. They're like, "Are you kidding me?" I'm like, "No, I'm not kidding you." They're like, "I just want to drink and hang out here all day." I'm like, "Yep, I get it. So, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. I got friends now that, "Oh, can you do this for me?" Or, I got one friend that wants an NFL blitz, So I want another one. I got another friend that's talking about wanting a defender, So, but those are easy to find. So, but no, I think in the future, I'm just going to do restoration for people, or I might find a cabinet. I know it's a hot item. I'll restore it and sell it.
Flip it.
Oh, cool. Yep. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Stop, look in the chat.
No, I'm seeing it all. Yeah. I'm seeing it all.
Yeah. Some people ask me if I would do restoration on pinball machines, but the whole inner workings, I'm clueless. If it was something on the outside, maybe an old pinball they want to look clean up and look new again, I could probably do that. But the insides, that's not my expertise.
Yes, sir.
I did restore. I forgot. I did restore a. You don't see too many of them. I restored a Stargate Cabaret. That was a tricky one because I could not find any graphics for it. There was only one place that had it, and they had a stencil for it. Had to wait 6 months to get that thing. But in the end, it came out beautiful. And I don't know. I tried to find a number on that Cabaret. There's no exact number how many they made, but I know they're pretty rare. I think there's only maybe a few hundred.
All right, I have a question for you, Big D, and of course my fellow panelists here. So this from a mutual friend came to me, and I'm wondering if I should go ahead and pull the trigger on this. Congo Bongo for $500. Let's see here. That's a side picture of it right there.
How you gonna sneak it
I'm
in the
not
house?
familiar with it. Is that the original cabinet?
I think it is. I think what they had on the side was the ape and all that. So obviously this has either been stripped or whatnot. So
right.
There's a picture of the screen right there, and obviously it looks like most of the Congo Bongos that I've ever played. So,
mm-hmm.
Can you go back to? Can you go to the side profile again?
Yeah.
Is that a stand?
And so some of them have that given the wood panel, and they have the graphics over the wood. The wood, you actually
right.
Yep.
Now he will take less. Shoot him an offer. He would consider it. So.
Yeah, it looks.
Is this a joke?
It looks legit.
WMG, this is not a joke.
Here, I'll put this
it's not a joke.
Yeah, it's real. Here,
it's real.
I'll put it here. It's fine. I'll put it in a private chat. Like it's just missing the Congo Bongo graphics on the side with the Sega logo. That's it.
No, it's definitely the cab.
Huh.
Yeah,
I've never seen that before. It's unique. The coin things are on opposite ends.
And that's the way it is. Yeah, if this
Huh.
was a Qbert, like if this came up in Qbert right now, I would leave and say see you, and I would go buy it today. So if this is your dream cab, then go buy it, bro. Like for that price point, here's
the picture that you were sharing here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, all you gotta do is get those graphics, man, and slap on the side. It looks like.
How close is this to you? You have to drive far for it?
Well, I will be going to Cleveland because we are going to the Cleveland Gaming Classic. I don't know if you've heard of that, Big D. But the mutual friend, I think he was willing to pick it up for me and hold on to it until I could come down there and obviously come up there and get it. So I'd have to pay a little extra to haul this darn thing, but and get it back to good old North Carolina.
Yeah.
What?
MG, do you need firewood or something?
So if you get this
it.
game, are you going to be doing anything to it, or you're just keeping it as is?
I would probably be keeping it as is, just restoring it to the best of my ability. Making sure that everything is working properly.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I would not expect it to be like a showpiece by any means, because this is one of my favorite games. So,
I have never played that game in my entire life. I'm not aware of that game. I remember hearing of it. Never heard.
Crystal Castles wannabe, isn't it?
Crystal Castles, like almost like without the knocker, like a Cubert kind of.
Yeah,
I don't want to say exactly the same, but
it's diagonal, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a diagonal up and down game, and so yeah.
Is that a low production number game?
He calls it rare.
Because I've never seen one.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking.
So, I mean, from what his pictures look like, it seems like it's in fair shape. So,
yeah.
But
and for the price point, who cares? I mean, if it works and if it's $500, I mean, it's hey,
yeah,
you'll get $500 out of it.
Yeah. It might be easier just to go out of your backyard to fire the $100 bills. Get it without thought, once in a lifetime pickup.
See, there you go.
Sir.
See, there's people. Yep.
Words of wisdom.
And you've got let's see, what, about 9 months to figure out how to get it past your wife.
Exactly. She will never know it's coming.
Well, somebody's trying to sell one for $5,000. So on eBay.
Really?
Yeah. Here's
wow.
So
you need to turn around, man. You need to turn around and sell yours for $4 on there.
How good does okay? So let's see. We're gonna pull this up too, just so we can look at it, because it looks like from your picture. Come on now, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it looks like they did.
The grain doesn't go all the way to the bottom.
Yeah. That wood.
I like that. I like that look better.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, my opinion.
Well, you have $4,000 to play with, even if
that's right.
Fuzzy math.
Fuzzy math. I wonder if they did a screen upgrade on this. Does it say it?
Marine 50.
1980 condition inside and out. Wayne
free shipping, Todd.
Huh? Free shipping. Wow.
Free shipping from the Congo.
Right? From Michigan. Look at this.
There we go.
Fraser, Michigan. How far is that from you guys?
Not far.
It's probably his side of the state, yeah.
Wow.
Single player action. I love how the descriptions on this thing.
That's a lot.
Oh, man.
Wow.
All right. Well, I may have to consider that. So I may be bringing a van to Cleveland when I come up. So
there's a lot of games.
Yeah, how are you going to sneak that in the house? I would like to see that.
I will blame every one of you for making me buy.
Okay.
I mean,
since you're going to Cleveland, are you going to that new arcade that opened up last year? That guy's personal collection. I'm talking about Pastimes. Is it called Pastimes? You know what I'm talking about?
Not sure about
We'll definitely go there if it's there.
If it's there.
If it's around there,
I want to say it's near Cleveland. It's massive. Over 500 games, pinball arcade games.
Oh wow!
At one price.
We'll need to
find that guy. Personal collection. There's a YouTube video on it. I want to say it's called Pastimes. So
we'll have to definitely
check them out for sure.
Yep.
All right. Well, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for hanging out with us tonight. We're gonna wrap up this show. Any final thoughts before I send these nice people home?
It was a good show. I like it.
Yeah,
Big D. I just need to know. I just need to know when you're shipping that down to me. I just need to know when that's being shipped to me.
The Robotron.
Yeah.
I got $400. I'll send it up to you right now.
It looks so nice.
$400. Wow.
You really need to start another project. Find another one of those cabs and just.
I tell you what, this Robotron. The cool thing about it, the graphics. This particular game, I had the side graphics made from somebody else because the way they print the graphics, it's on vinyl, but it feels like a stencil.
Oh.
It's layers, like the red, the blue. You run your hand across, you feel the layers. It looks and feels like a stencil. It's awesome. I love it. I love it. Maybe one day you can have me back in the show and I'll give you more of a detail surround of the cab, what I've done to it. I'm sure Stock Jock would appreciate that. Yes.
All right. So, if
Be
you're
on the
watching
lookout.
replay, go ahead.
Racing risers are
Racing
right
risers
around
are
the corner.
coming. Yes.
Outrun and Ridge
Whoa.
Racer. I got the 2 first offs prototypes going to be shipping out
Awesome.
this week to
Your tester.
my guy.
Yeah, your
He's
guy.
going to be testing them out for final fitment. So they should be going up on the website soon. For
Awesome.
those that have been waiting and requesting them for 6
Ever in a
months
day. Yep.
to a year.
Next time we need a list of the best lists. Okay.
I
We appreciate
I just got this build over here. Over the
Nice.
Fast and Furious. Yeah.
Fast and Furious is all
looks
done.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Outrun is actually a sit down to stand up conversion.
Oh, nice, man. Good job.
So
Awesome.
That's cool.
we'll have that as an option.
I know
Fantastic.
people have been asking for that. I know what other people have been asking for too.
Here we go again.
Donkey Kong?
Nobody
Congo.
wants
Wanna
that
fix
cab.
it, Felix Jr.
Everybody wants Congo
listen,
Bongo.
Glenn. You just buy Glenn's cabinet. You got Donkey Kong. Just put them side blinder things on, okay?
Congo Bongo?
Congo Bongo.
You'd have one person buy that.
Matt,
You'd have one buyer. You'd have one person buy that too.
That would be Sheldon.
Matthew,
I don't know. I'm running out of. There's nothing else that's really coming to mind.
Yeah.
1942, 3.
And we had talked about Star Wars, so I thought just to throw it out there, I said I had the 1-ups, and the one I was keeping was the Star Wars mod. So
Yes, sir.
I did this. This is one of my favorites. So I lit up the panel. I'll show you.
Oh, there it is.
Ooh.
Look at
Oh, that is nice.
Dope.
Yeah, that's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I never seen
Yeah.
you do that. That's pretty cool.
That is.
Yeah. I think I
Most
posted
people put a
that.
fridge in there.
Yeah. I think when I posted that, one guy offered me like $700 for that thing, but he was like 3 or 4 states over,
Mhm.
and he couldn't make the drive, But yeah, that one's a keeper for sure. And basically, that's when it's more like you can see up closer. Cut everything out.
Look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
And then got a custom. Found an image for the control panel, made it bigger, and then just wanted something simple for the bezel.
Pretty cool.
Yes, a lot of fun doing that one.
Really nice. Really nice.
Thank you for sharing that.
Nice
Love
work. Nice looking work.
It. All right,
Thanks.
ladies
I
and gentlemen,
appreciate
we're
it.
going to send these guys home. Thank you so much. Y'all have a wonderful week. We will see you next week.
Thanks
hope
again for the invite. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you for hanging out with us. We appreciate you. We'll see everybody next week, and I don't have anything else to say. If you're watching the replay, hit that like, hit that sub for us. Join our memberships, so hopefully we can bring you more stuff as we move forward. So, again, thank you. Mike, later,
Thank you.
guys.
Happy gaming, guys.
Good night, everybody.
See you later. Out.